Welcome back to Remote Freedom. Today we are going to talk everything budgeting and money and all of those bits and pieces. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through exactly how much I earn from my two jobs, as well as how much my husband earns. So that's contributed to our total income as well. And then we're going to go through our monthly expenses. So this specifically, we're looking at obviously the month of June, but this is pretty typical of our budget. I have actually only just started budgeting sort of the last 2 months. So I'm using this spreadsheet here that I actually really like. I've got a link in the description box if you are interested. But I really like this spreadsheet. It works really well for my brain personally. So in terms of income, essentially we've got a couple of different incomes. So obviously I've got my two jobs, and then my partner has his job as well, and then he also has a side hustle that he earns money from as well, which fluctuates pretty randomly. So rather than that income being here, we actually just put that straight into our savings account. So I think, last week I think he was paid around $450. The week before I think it was about 200. So it's pretty all over the place. And that's why I don't actually put it in this section, because it is not stable. But it's getting more stable and it's getting more and more. So it's not just me sort of on this earning extra money journey. We're definitely on it together. And he does have other income coming in. So our income goes over here in the left-hand corner. I get paid from job A weekly, and what that looks like is about $1,100. And then job B, I get paid fortnightly. With job B, I actually also have them take 15%, and it goes directly to a tax account, just because I don't want to get stung with, you know, earning a bunch of extra money and then getting stung with heaps of taxes. So I put an extra 15% on top of the taxes that I already pay from the job into a tax account. So I get paid weekly about $1,100, fortnightly about $1,400. And then my partner, my husband, gets paid fortnightly about $2,700, which brings our total in a 4-week month to $12,700 odd dollars. In terms of our budget breakdown, if I scroll down, you can see I've got our savings, and then we've got our bills, our expenses, and our debt. So our savings, we try and put about $4,000 a month, or about $1,000 per year. About about $1,000 per week, into our savings account. And then I also have this raise investment account. So this raise investment account I've had for years and years, and essentially I just put $80 into it every single week, and that's something that I've done consistently for ages. I'll link that down below as well, and if you sign up, you get, I think it's $5, and then I also get $5. So feel free to sign up for that. It's just like a little investment account. You choose your risk, you choose what you want to invest in and things like that. It's got also a bunch of extra things that you can kind of earn money from as well. Let me know if you want me to talk about it a bit more, but I do really like it. Next, we've got our bills. So we've got our electricity is about $200 odd a month that I set aside. Rent is $640 per week. Internet is $100, and my phone is $75, or sorry, $76.72. So my husband actually doesn't have a phone. It's just his work phone that he uses, so we don't pay for his phone. I'll go over to debt next. So debt, this is how much we pay off per month. Again, if you want me to go into a more in-depth debt video, let me know and I'm happy to do that. But this is how much comes out each month. So a total of around $1,400 per month. Now comes the, I guess, main bulk of spending of our money. So our expenses, we've got our biggest expense is obviously going to be our groceries. So our groceries, I have set a budget of $1,000, but that's not accurate. So this month and last month we've spent more like $1,400, which obviously is a lot of money, but we have a baby and it is what it is. Inflation. Dining out, again, I've set a budget of about $200 and we've spent about $600. Exact same thing happened last month as well. So I clearly just need to set a more realistic budget, or we need to kind of pare down. Next one is meal delivery services. So we actually get our dinners delivered. So we get 5 dinners each per week, and that ends up being roughly $500 a month. So depending on the meal delivery service, so we use like Light and Easy and New Foods, and we're not super loyal. If one of them ever sponsored a video, then I would change that tune and I would become loyal. But that's how much roughly we spend per month, and that's all of our dinners covered. Now we've just got sort of our miscellaneous spending. So we set aside $400 per month each on just whatever we want to spend money on. Whether that be clothes or, books or whatever it might be. That's just set aside for whatever the heck you want to spend any of your money on. Next we've got baby expenses. Again, that is pretty varied. I've set aside $100, but realistically, it can be more than that. It can be less than that. That doesn't include, nappies or anything like that, because that goes in my grocery budget. Pets, $150 is the budget. Again, that isn't necessarily true. Just that's kind of what I've set aside at the moment. So essentially with the budget spreadsheet, what we do is you put in the date, the amount, and then it automatically assigns it to whatever you want it to be. So whether that be dining out, groceries, or whatever it is. And then it automatically kind of tabulates or calculates in your actual, and then it automatically also calculates over in this beautiful little pie graph, which I really like. The thing that I really like about this is it gives you like a percentage of how much of your income you spent on each kind of category or area. So, for example, our savings is about 26%, rent is about 25%, which I think is pretty standard. And I love that we can obviously save so much money. And it can be so big of the pie, I guess. But that's pretty much it for in terms of our budget and our savings and kind of what a general month looks like. If you have any questions or anything, let me know in the comments down below. And like I said, in the description box, I've got that Raise app, and I've also got the budget spreadsheet that I use, which I'm really enjoying. But thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week.